Your horse is trying to tell you something every single day, but most owners never realize what it is. You see the behavior, you react to it, and you move on without ever understanding the message behind it. And the truth is, some of the things you think are small quirks or bad habits are actually your horse communicating something important. The problem is not that your horse isn't clear, it's that most people were never taught how to listen. And because of that, they respond in ways that slowly create more stress, more confusion, and less trust over time. What you're about to hear might completely change the way you see your horse. Because these are not random behaviors. They are signals that have been refined over millions of years of survival. And once you start seeing them clearly, you can't unsee them. Let's get into it. Number 1. Your body is louder than anything you say. Most people walk up to their horse already thinking about something else, carrying tension in their shoulders and moving with urgency without even noticing it. From your perspective, it feels normal, but from your horse's perspective, it feels like something is wrong. Horses are not wired to understand words first. They are wired to read movement, posture, and energy faster than you can think. So when your breathing is shallow, your muscles are tight, and your steps are quick, your horse reads that as pressure. And then when they react by moving away, fidgeting, or refusing to stand still, it feels like disobedience. But it is not disobedience, it is awareness. Studies have shown that horses can detect human stress levels and respond by increasing their own heart rate. So even if your voice sounds calm, your body might be telling a completely different story. Before you even reach your horse, you need to reset yourself first. Slow your breathing, relax your shoulders, and walk with intention instead of urgency. Because your horse is not waiting for instructions, they are waiting for reassurance. They remember far more than you think they do. Your horse does not just live in the present moment the way many people assume. They carry a memory of past experiences that shapes how they respond to you. That means every time you interact with them, you are adding to a history that they will refer back to later. The time you lost patience, the time you rushed them, and the time you stayed calm all get stored the same way. Research has shown that horses can recognize human faces and remember interactions for years. And more importantly, they remember how those interactions felt. So, when your horse suddenly reacts in a way that seems out of place, it may not be about the present moment at all. It may be connected to something you have already forgotten. Every interaction is building a pattern in your horse's mind. You are either reinforcing trust or weakening it, even in the smallest moments. There is no neutral interaction, only direction. And the direction is decided by consistency. If this is already changing how you think about your horse, then you are starting to see what most people miss. And that awareness alone can completely shift the relationship you have with them. Number 3, licking and chewing is not your horse relaxing. It is your horse processing. This is one of the most misunderstood signals that horses give. You go through something slightly challenging, your horse stops, lowers their head, and begins to lick and chew slowly. Most people see that and assume the moment is over and it is time to move forward. But in reality, that is the moment where the learning is actually happening. Your horse's nervous system is shifting out of a heightened state and beginning to process what just occurred. If you interrupt that moment by immediately asking for something new, you cut that process short. Over time, this can create a horse that never fully settles because they are never given time to finish processing. When you see that signal, the best thing you can do is wait. Give your horse a few seconds to complete that cycle. That pause may seem small, but it makes a massive difference in how your horse understands what you are teaching. Number 4, the way you end an interaction matters more than most people realize. Many owners focus entirely on what happens during the ride or training session and pay very little attention to how it ends. But for your horse, the ending becomes the strongest part of the memory. If the session ends with tension, frustration, or rushing, that feeling becomes associated with the entire experience. If it ends with calm and stillness, that becomes the lasting impression instead. Studies in animal behavior have shown that endings strongly influence how experiences are remembered. This applies just as much to horses as it does to humans. So instead of finishing and immediately walking away, take a moment to reset, stand quietly with your horse, breathe slowly, and allow the energy to settle before you leave. That final moment is what your horse carries forward into the next interaction. When your horse ignores you, they are not being difficult, they are making a decision. You call them from the field and they look directly at you, then choose to walk away slowly. It feels personal and it is easy to react with frustration or pressure. But your horse is simply evaluating what usually happens when they come to you. If coming to you often leads to stress, discomfort, or work, their choice makes perfect sense. Horses are constantly weighing outcomes based on past experiences. They are not trying to challenge you, they are trying to protect themselves. Trust is built through consistent, positive experiences, not forced responses. So sometimes you need to approach your horse without asking anything in return. Give them attention, allow them to relax, and then leave without making it a transaction. Over time, this changes the pattern they expect from you, and when that expectation shifts, their behavior will follow. Number 6, yawning is one of the clearest signs of release that your horse can show. It is often misunderstood as boredom or tiredness, but it is actually a physical sign that tension is leaving the body. Horses hold stress in specific areas like the jaw, neck, and poll, and yawning helps release that tension. You will often see it after a challenging moment or after a period of emotional processing. It signals that something has shifted internally. If you move too quickly past that moment, you miss the opportunity to let that release complete. Allow your horse to stay in that state for a few seconds without adding new pressure. That is where real relaxation begins to take hold. When your horse chooses to stay near you, that is the most important signal of all. Horses are naturally wired to move away from anything that feels uncertain or unsafe. Their instinct is to create distance first and think later. So when your horse voluntarily walks toward you and stays close without being asked, something significant is happening. They are choosing your presence over their instinct to leave. That only happens when they feel safe. In behavioral studies, this is often described as a secure base response. Your presence becomes something that lowers stress instead of creating it. That level of trust cannot be forced or rushed. It is built through repeated experiences where your horse feels understood and not pressured. And when you see your horse standing quietly next to you, relaxed and present, that is not random behavior. That is your horse telling you that they trust you completely. And once you understand that, everything else starts to make sense.